Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Procurement, the only show you need to master the art of procurement. Let's go. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for another episode in season 2 of the Let's Talk Procurement podcast. So hopefully now you've got the gist of the two of us and how we like to do things. Obviously, as always, my wonderful colleague and protege is in the studio. Luke hasn't had a trim, Burford. Just said his surname. We'll probably have to edit that out. Luke 10.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind being known. I think it's more likely that people are going to send me money if they know my surname, right? Because then I become more trustworthy.
Yeah.
I'm not just a voice. I am a person. I'm not a call center scammer with a fake name. I have a full name. I have a life. I have kids, grandkids, great grandkids.
Oh yeah.
Great grandparents as well. Everyone's still alive for 10 generations in my family.
Well, I was watching a Netflix show actually recently, and it's all about a guy called, is it Teddy? He had a weird ass name. Bobby.
Is that a weird name?
Yeah, Bobby. Bobby the catfish. And basically someone just ripped off his profile and messaged a girl over Facebook and basically found love over Facebook. So that relationship lasted 8-10 years over Facebook. Never saw this Bobby on video, but managed to string this girl's heart for like 10 years. Wasted her.
Is that
prime.
like what's it called? The other Netflix one.
It is, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. If anyone knows the name of it, let us know because it's just escaped us. That bloody guy who's going around and it's like the Snapchat sex man or something, isn't it? Something like that.
What? How would I even Google that to find it? Netflix show about man with money
scamming women.
Netflix show about catfishing. No, Sweet Bobby, that's the one you're on about.
That's the one I'm on about, yeah.
Man,
I do recommend watching it. It's a bit weird at the start, but kind of persevere with it if you like a bit of catfishing.
Tinder swindler.
I knew it. I was close.
I haven't seen it. That's my problem.
Mate, the guy's a genius. To be fair, he's a criminal, but he's an absolute genius. You watch it and you kind of go, I feel bad for all these people he's scammed, but then also I'm like, but they kept falling for it, and this guy's an absolute mastermind.
Is he your role model?
It's kind of like a Ponzi scheme, yeah, but also dating hot women at the same time. So get rich, date hot women, and yeah, don't really face the consequences. So it's not too bad, is it? But anyway,
podcast slogan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's basically the same as working in procurement, right? Get rich and get hot women.
Yeah, that is a guarantee. If you have a procurement job at any level,
honestly,
you even if you're a woman, you just attract hot women as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I must admit there has been the odd time where I'm feeling a bit down, and I whipped out my SIP certificate, and all of a sudden my luck just absolutely turned.
Yeah, yeah. You just you get everyone you're with to wear a T-shirt that says "I'm with MSIPs," and then just kind of people flock to you. It's like a magnet, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Some people say you need charm and pizzazz, but actually all you need is your MSIPs, and then you are golden. So, enough about Netflix. I can't remember how we got onto that, but highly recommend Sweet Bobby and Tinder Swindler. Both great. How the devil are you, my friend? Are you okay?
I'm good. I've been in the big smoke this week in London.
The concrete jungle.
Yeah, where dreams are made of. I'm pretty sure we've said that in a previous episode as well.
I do love the phrase concrete jungle, to be honest. So yeah, probably.
So yeah, I feel inspired. I feel broke.
Yep. You had to buy one train ticket. That's it. Done.
Yeah. I was there on Sunday, and I was thinking, the southeast is actually quite nice. I grew up here as a kid and lived in the Midlands, but now I was back and I thought, the south is quite nice. Maybe I could come back and live here. I was on the train riding. It was nice, nice scenery, and I was like, oh yeah, it's nice to be in a big city. Went into a restaurant, and the price of a 330ml beer can was £7, and straight away I was like, nope.
Mate, why are you having a beer can on a Monday morning?
No, it was
on the way to
Sunday.
work. Oh, that was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday.
You did say Sunday. Sorry, yeah. For some reason, I just heard beer can, and knowing the football team you support, I just presumed it was a tinny early in the morning.
Yeah. Well, on away days maybe, but yeah. I was actually. You're talking about football hooliganism. I was actually going to the theatre, so very opposite to that.
No, you weren't. What show did you see?
I was going to see Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Bollocks, were you?
I can sing all the songs.
Right. Actually, yeah. Let's get you doing a little Mamma Mia sing song at the end of the episode.
No.
How does that sound?
No, I'm all right, thank you.
If you stay tuned to the end of the episode, you might hear Mamma Mia by Luke 10.
You might not.
And I might back you up with some backup vocals. How does that sound?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Right.
On a
Segment
side note,
change, surely.
Yeah.
Segment change.
To what?
Bulletin.
Oh, I thought that was the bulletin.
Have you got anything for the bulletin this week?
So, that's why I started talking about London. So, I saw my dad. We met up in London, and he was talking about the podcast, and he was saying that I should have called myself Luke 2.0. If you're Luke 1,
oh, I like that.
I should have been Luke 2.0 because I'm the everyone knows I'm the younger, more attractive, better version of you. So, what do we think about a potential name change? Not a CCN, but a N. Name notice change.
Why not an NCN? Name change notice.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
NNN is something different, isn't it?
It is starting to sound like a dodgy cult. I mean, look, I'm not adverse to it. I think the listeners have grown up. Some of them have had children who are listening as well, and I think we've got families that know who Luke 10 is. So I'd be hesitant to change it, but equally,
yeah,
maybe that's got to be your, when you pass your exams, you don't just get MSIPs, you get 2.0, and you're officially the upgrade of me. How does that sound?
Yeah, that would be good motivation.
And then I'm dusted.
It's because Luke 10 is such a well-known brand, isn't it?
It is.
It's like, you wouldn't change the name of Twitter to something different.
Precisely.
So yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
hang on. Didn't that happen?
Yes.
Well, hopefully I never have to call you X, mate, because that would be too sad for me.
Wow.
How beautiful.
Making me think. Sad times.
So I think, yeah, that's a nice little stretch goal for you, and then we'll do an episode where I'm washed. That's it. I hand over the gauntlet, I'm washed, and then you find a 3.0 somewhere off the street, hand over the microphone, and that's it. I'll disappear into thin air.
Is it like one of those things where, what's the thing where you have to take the sword out of the rock? And if you can lift the sword, then you become the King of England or something. If they can take the mic, if they can lift your mic.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. If you can come and lift my mic, then you are the chosen one.
Yeah.
The prodigy. And they have to be young as well, which is, it has to be someone younger than you, because obviously that's how it works. It's a generational thing. So I'm teaching you to be the next, the next generation of procurement kings. And then the next person's going to have to be the generation below you. So, if you're extremely young and you want to have a go at lifting up the mic, then get in touch. because you could be Generation 3. You could be Luke 3.0. I don't know if you have to be called Luke. We'll decide that. You might have to rename yourself as Luke, regardless of your gender. I do have one thing on the bulletin, but I feel a bit emotional bringing it up because I had a complaint about the pod.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's too good.
No. It was actually quite a personal complaint as well.
I'm excited.
It was a complaint about Luke 10 and his lack of vocal change. So I received a complaint that apparently you like to stick between a few vocal tonage, and you could do with bringing some more passion. So yeah, hopefully you take that on the chin. I did say to them that that's a bit harsh, and I feel like I'm all over the shop because I've got a squeaky, out of tune voice, whereas you know the tone that gets the juices flowing. So
I just think that when you found something that works so well, a tone that works so well, an outfit that works so well, a haircut that works so well, you've just got to keep it at that level. I think, as the saying goes, if it's broken, fix it.
Yes, that's the famous saying.
So I can't fix it.
I kind of see that. I mean, look, I'll take it on my chin as well. I think it was a little bit of jest from the complainee. But
so who is this complainant? Just asking for a friend.
It has to remain anonymous. I think I can't just divulge your information because you may or may not actually know that person. So we don't want to get into sort of scraps really. I think maybe we go to a poll. Should we go to a poll?
Should we just completely expose this person?
No.
Addresses.
Listeners, do we think Luke 10 needs to up his vocal range
Passion.
And his passion? Do we need more passion and more energy? He's just downed a bit of coffee there, so perfect timing. Do we need more passion and energy, or are we kind of, do we kind of like the fact he's dull and flaccid, as the complainee called him?
I mean, come on, really. How much passion can you have for procurement? Like,
well,
I don't know.
Does that roll us on nicely to today's episode?
So we're in a crisis at the moment, a big crisis. Drama, crisis, put some dramatic
explosions
sounds in. Yeah, explosions and dramatic tension music, because I think the crisis that we wanted to convey was just a bit of sadness, a bit of Monday, what they called Monday vibes. Just when you've had a bad day, a bad week in procurement, you need someone to kind of pump you up, someone to lift your spirits, someone to make you feel a bit better. So emotional me, I've had a tough week.
Oh.
I've done a few procurement duck ups. I've cost my company about 7 billion in overspend. Somehow managed to keep my job.
Yeah.
Sorry, 7 million per day. Sorry, that should be explained. So I wanted to come to you, my friend Luke 1, my second favorite mentor, third favorite person on this podcast.
Brilliant.
And I just wanted you to kind of help me feel a bit better about making mistakes in procurement and how I can overcome them and progress to the next level, basically.
Oh mate, that's I think that's sweet. Look, I'm sorry you've had such a rough week, and as you know, I'm always there right behind you, ready to pump you right back up. So that's just the kind of relationship we have, right, on this pod.
Yeah.
And I think,
and I always feel better for it.
Good. And I think, we all make mistakes. We're all human. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
There is a vicious rumor going around that you're a referee in your spare time. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah. So I mean, we've said it on many a pod before, I think, but I've never met a referee who has got every decision right. So you probably run around in your poncy ass shorts, being ignorant about all the decisions you're getting wrong and not giving a shit what the fans are saying.
Yeah, just purposely, like, I arrive and I set my day out to go, how can I piss these fans off the most? That's every ref's goal, right?
And fat Sean obviously knows better than you on the sideline. Sideline Sean.
Considering he's 60 yards further away than I am, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't had his eyes tested
better.
in, no eye test in 20 years, but he can see it better and clearer. And, do you let that get to you? Do you let that get to you that, Fat Sean said you should have given a pen and you didn't? You never blew that whistle?
No,
exactly.
I don't.
So why is it that the procurement mistakes that you've made this week are getting to you?
Well, I think, there's some things that I could have done better. I see our role in procurement as to be giving expert advice, and the advice that I gave wasn't expert. And the company's on the verge of bankruptcy now because of my procurement duck up.
Are you sure about this? Because I feel like we may or may not have just given your name and what you like to do in your spare time. Are you going to cause the...
It's a fake example, just one that the listeners can relate to, right? We've all been there when we've cost our company £7 billion, right? So, just a bit of play acting.
Fair enough. I can't tell, obviously your tone's exactly the same as when you're telling a legit story. So, by the way, the person who made the complaint best be listening to this and going, hell yeah, Luke One, I agree with you. Because I'm only speaking on your behalf. Right. So, I guess then, should we talk about what we love about procurement?
Nothing. It's all bad, and I hate every part of it.
Do you like the fact that you're in a powerful position? The fact that the fact that you get someone who's quite senior in the business who wants to sign a deal, but they can't sign that deal because it has to be done by little Luke 10. This guy who wants the deals on 6 bags, if not more, per month, but he can't sign a subcontract. It has to be procurement who sign it off. And
I don't. That's not the type of thing that gives me a warm, tingly feeling inside. It's just kind of, it's sort of. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of. That's just the way it is.
That's not Mamma Mia, is it?
Isn't it? I've not seen it. I don't know. No, I
don't think so. Okay, so that doesn't give you a warm, tingly feeling. What about dueling with salesmen? I'm not talking get on a horse and run at them with your lance. I'm talking...
That would be quite fun, though.
It would be great, wouldn't it? I'm talking, they come in at RRP and tell you that they're giving you 2% off. You're a lucky boy. And then you start unfolding that. You're looking at previous orders and you can see they've given you 10% before. You've doubled the volume with them as well. Bit of leverage there. You've just noticed there's a threat of substitute with a new product on the market. Oh, that tingle's coming right now, isn't it? And then you think, fuck it, I'm gonna go for 20% discount. And then you give the salesman a call and you say, look, you arsehole, give me 20%. And if you don't give me 20%, I'm going over the road to the other supplier with their brand new shiny product who are doing it even cheaper. Has that got you going? Bit of a semi? Bit of passion for that?
Bit of a semi.
I'm just trying to find your love for procurement, mate. I know it's there.
I mean, I like interacting with salespeople. I feel like our base negotiation strategies are quite different. In terms of, I would prefer to kind of build a relationship with a sales person.
Right, what did I say?
You said the salesman, and you said if there's any sales women out there, then I am not going to buy from them just on the basis of their gender. That's what you said, wasn't it?
I don't remember saying that, but can't confirm.
I think it was inferred. In fairness, you did infer it. You didn't say it explicitly.
Right, I need to listen to that again because I'm pretty sure I didn't, but You know.
So yeah, I mean, I think that I'm not what's the word? I'm not looking for an argument. I'm not looking to kind of crush the salesperson's head in my hands or do that Indiana Jones thing when he rips his heart out of his chest or something like that. I prefer to kind of build a relationship with a salesperson and go for a win-win negotiation, because that's just the type of guy I am.
Right, I will tell you what gets you tingly about procurement. There's been a smart ass with your little collaborative knowledge and your little SIPs knowledge there, and I'm proud of you. That's good. You know, I feel like you've got a little bit of Riz now. If we roll back to season 1, you definitely were kind of void of Riz, especially in a procurement workplace. I think you were quite dry. But you've come a long way, and I think the sales people.
It's becoming personal today.
No. You said you wanted to be pumped back up, and here I am giving you a confidence boost. I would say, your little Riz bar, you've leveled up a couple of times.
Okay, yeah, gone from minus levels, approaching positives now. So yeah, that's improved.
The only thing that's not improved in the last sort of 2 years is the trim. Yeah, and you knew that was coming. You were
going to say that.
Yeah. But you got to agree, right? Everything else has had a little upgrade. Even the fleece has had an upgrade. The specs, the whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, still got my my ripped jeans on, and I think I've upgraded from camo trousers, which everyone seemed to hate in season 1. There was even a in the Sinead episode.
Yeah.
Where I just got rinsed for my fashion choices.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a while ago, so shout out to the Everyday Dave episode with Sinead.
I'll contact Sinead and ask if she feels that you've made any improvements. I've not seen any other person wearing ripped jeans since about 2008.
I'm bringing them back, mate. All it takes is one pioneer.
Yeah,
but what I find, when it was COVID, you needed one super spreader. That's me.
Yeah, you are spreading a disease. What I find really weird though is when you've got your ripped jeans on is how smooth your legs are. Like for a man, they're very smooth. Like, do you beat them?
How do you?
The rips are so big, mate. You might as well be in shorts. But it's weird. Do you cream them and beat them and stuff like before you go reffing or something?
Sorry, how do you know my legs are smooth? How?
Mate, you ponce around all the time in those ripped jeans, and those rips are so big that they're like basically holes, like giant gaps in them. So, the whole world can see it.
I don't actually do anything to make my legs smooth. I didn't realise they were smooth, to be honest. I don't know what a baseline. I don't have enough of a sample size to work out what legs are smooth and what legs are rough. Is that the opposite?
Yeah. I think if your budget for next year was £1 for every leg hair you had, you'd be looking at about £3.
No way, mate.
100%,
no way.
And I'm sort of in the thousands, so that's the kind of difference. But we all know, it's just one of those things. That's why I find it weird that you wear ripped jeans. It's kind of demasculating for someone who's such a macho influence to the procurement world.
Have you seen my? Are you talking about someone else's legs?
Definitely yours, mate.
Okay, I don't know what to think about that.
You don't have to think about that. It's just to get you, G'd up a little bit for the weekend. Next time you're going out to ref a game, you'll be conscious of them. and maybe I'll speak to Fat Sean and I'll get him to make a chant about your legs.
What I am conscious of. This is a tangent, probably not an appropriate one, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. My ref shorts seem to, how do I say, accentuate. Is that a word?
Yeah, accentuate
my bum. So there have been quite a few times where there have been members of the crowd behind me, especially when I'm a linesman, members of the crowd behind me that have commented on my bum.
No way. Unbelievable.
Genuinely, and like it's happened a few times at a few different places as well. So it's kind of like it's not just one person that's following me around.
Super fan. Yeah, you haven't got a super fan. There's a few people.
And it's just
Yeah.
every time someone says something, it's like, why? Firstly, why are you watching the lino? Secondly, why are you looking at the lino's ass? Just you've paid for a football game, shouldn't you be
No, but
watching the game, right?
I kind of sympathise with them a little bit because you know they paid for their ticket or whatever. They've gone to the game, they're sat there, and when all they've got in front of them is you sidestepping up and down the line for 45 minutes. So it can be quite distracting, especially if you're rocking like an IKEA shelf in some tight black shorts. It's it can be distracting, and I think they kind of get, especially if the game's shit. 0-0, not much happening.
Fair enough. Anyway,
see what furniture we've got on the line. Well, that was it really, I think, wasn't it? That was kind of just discussing some of the things we love about procurement.
You were going to say you were going to try and find something that I liked about procurement, and I think what comes to mind is being able to provide advice to a project team. Like, for example, if you're working on a bid, someone wants to use this supplier, or maybe even before that, they have this requirement and they want to know the best way to bring that product or service into the bid.
Yeah.
So that's what I like is sort of being like an advisor to the business on certain matters. But then I feel like when you provide that advice and it's bad advice and it loses your company 7 billion, then that's when I start to feel a bit like I haven't done my. I'm starting to think that I might not have done my job properly if I'm losing 7 billion just purely based on the subcontract.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree with that. If it's that much money you've lost, then you need a new career. But obviously, it's a hypothetical example. So, yeah, I mean, look, we all like to give advice. We all learn and earn our stripes through doing things and making mistakes or kind of trying to understand things. And I do agree, actually. I quite like the variety of what we get involved in. Different bid teams, different accounts, different sectors, different whatever. And you do end up talking to all sorts of people. So, it might be someone who's worked in, I don't know, the Department of Education for 20 years, and that's their world. And then you're speaking to them, and it's completely different to somebody who's been in the army for 10 years or someone who's moved around as a consultant quite a lot. So you do get that broad experience. And I think, joking about your RIS a bit earlier, but putting that to one side, like you do have the ability to kind of get on with most people. So I think that's a good skill, and actually using that in your job can help you get quite far. Yeah.
So RIS to internal and external people?
Yeah, you don't turn it off. It's contrary to popular belief. You should be RISing everyone, everything. Local cat, RIS it, because you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? You see a cat, like, give it a little pet, take 2 minutes, pet it, because you know what happens? The owner of that might happen to be the owner of a super mega corporation. They'll say, "Oh, I see you stroke my cat every other day," and they'll go, "Yeah, but I'm also looking for a new supplier who can give me 50% off." And they'll go, "Well, thank you for stroking my my cat. So let's talk about a deal." So you never know, right? That's why you don't switch it off, and it just becomes part of your nature, really.
Yeah, and it could be that when you stroke the cat, that delays it from attacking this mouse that it was about to attack, and it turns out that mouse was actually ratatouille, and it makes you a dish later on, and you get some free dinner. Might be possible.
So you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. That's what I like. See, you're open to learning and growing as a person. So if that's the sort of advice you give in a call, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. And
always
to be honest,
cats.
I've got to be honest. I think if you've given advice, there's also half a chance that I might roast project managers. We'll shout out to the project manager episode, but there's always a chance that they've just gone, well, yeah, we'll take his advice, we'll package it up, and we'll just shove it to the side, and we'll do what we wanted to do from the start anyway. So actually, the fuck up's probably on them, because they probably didn't follow word for word what you recommended.
So say for future reference, if there's people out there listening that are having a bit of a bad day, and they've made a couple of mistakes, or they've not done things as good as they would want to for their high standards, what would be your kind of summary advice to them?
To be honest, it's just lessons learned, isn't it? I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. I think if you were doing something in your personal life, like a hobby or something like that you enjoy, you kind of don't question a mistake you make. You go, oh shit, I'll just do it better next time. So you've just got to carry that into your work environment. I think simple format is, in a video game, if you fail a level, you just go, I'll do it again. So, it does happen. And there was a good bit of information that I see online. I don't know who actually said it, but it's, if you're a bit down about kind of the place you're in at the moment, what you got to remember is it's the room you're in, not the fact that you're in that room. So you can always move to a different room where you will be appreciated and your value will be shown. If you put a doctor in a football pitch, he's going to feel out of place and not very, very valued, right? Move him to a hospital, all of a sudden he's in his element.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Maybe you just not in the right environment.
I saw something the other day about people complaining that footballers get paid more than nurses, but nurses can't score goals from 40 yards out, can they? So,
fair point, to be honest. Fair point. And you know what? If there was a live stream of a doctor's surgery, there's an open heart live stream. Patient number one, and then you got two doctors facing off against each other, heart surgery on each patient. Who does it quicker and better? I mean, they're live streaming it, and you go, oh, he's fixed that artery first, he's one up. All of a sudden, people are tuning in. It becomes a pay to view, and then you start generating the revenue. And if Doctor v Doctor Live starts becoming a thing, money gets thrown at it. People want to sponsor the doctors. They start wearing like Nike robes, and then they got like caps with sponsorship on as well. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, are you watching the derby tonight? It's Manchester Hospital versus Manchester City Hospital. You go, oh shit. You go, oh, City Hospital's been bought out by Arabs. And you go, well, they got a lot of money there, so they bought in the best doctors. Not the same.
Yeah, you could also get a deal with Specsavers or Vision Express or something for the surgical glasses.
100%. You see what I mean? And when you start getting sponsorships, and then the views start coming, and the passion gets involved, and then all of a sudden the revenue 10 times as good. Nurses get their pay rise.
So how does this relate to someone who's having a bad week in procurement?
I've got no idea.
Fuck's sake.
What I'm saying is, turn that into a spin-off series, supplier versus buyer. Get your supplier to consent. Start a YouTube series and just live stream your negotiations. And then at the end of it, you can decide who got the better discount, what they were willing to give, what they were willing to spend. Fuck it, you're 1-0 up. See who wins at the end of a season.
Yeah, and you could do some events like a tug of war event, supplier versus buyer, and then whoever composure.
Right.
You could get a supplier on one end of the rope, buyer on the other end of the rope, and whoever tugs the rope to their side, kind of gets their preferred, what's it called? Their preferred negotiation position. Preferred pricing, preferred terms, right?
Yeah. No, I like that.
That'd make it more interesting.
You do see the classic, like, oh, you want it for 50 quid, I want to sell it for 60. I'll flip a coin. If it's heads, I'll sell it to you for 60. If it's tails, you can buy it for 50. Shake on that. But you're right. That's only for like two individuals selling a little thing at a boot sale or something like that. Like, fuck it, let's go big. Let's get 20 geezers from Microsoft, all their salesmen, on a bit of rope, and then we'll get our whole team of buyers on the other end, and we'll have them.
Yeah. Although, I think generally there's more people in sales than in procurement, so we'd have to have a better power to person ratio.
Well, it would get. I think we'd get more people joining us though. I feel like people would go, hate them sales people, especially if we're up against. They'll go, those thieving bastards. So sorry, just a personal attack on a company there. But they'll go, those horrible bastards always rob us of our money. So I'm going to go gym, get massive, and then tug off. How does that sound?
Don't know how to respond to that one.
Mate, this is what you do, though, isn't it? The more people that get interested in it, the more revenue it gets generated, the more passion we got.
Yeah, true.
I can see you've already perked up since mentioning your struggles this week. So
Yeah, do I feel better? Maybe.
I mean, that's for you to answer, isn't it? I can't help you with that one.
So, I guess we hope that you feel better now. I'm going to let you into a little secret. I didn't actually cost my company 7 billion this week. So
This week.
I was just play acting. So, hope you found this useful and relatable. And if you're having a bad week in procurement, then cheer up, miserable bastard.
Yeah, look, all you miserable bastards, if you've got any concerns or kind of things that you think we could address for you, drop us a text message, drop us an email, let us know who you are, where you are, and what your problem is, and we'll either roast it or we'll give you some advice.
Like a agony aunt, agony Luke's.
Yeah, I like that. Uncle something, I don't know. We'll think of something that works, like a bit of alliteration there. Advice, I don't know. I'm really running empty on that one. Agony aunt just works so well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, brilliant. Yeah, so slightly different, obviously, today. We haven't covered anything that's in terms of
useful.
material or useful, but we all have those shit days, and sometimes you need to find a little bit of positive in what you do, and find that reason why you do love what you do. So procurement is passion is procurement. Let's fucking have it.
Yeah, well, drop us an email, drop us a text in the description. But alternatively, if you just prefer hearing me say it, then the email address is 2lukes1sip@gmail.com. That's the number 2, Luke's plural, the number 1, CIP@gmail.com.
Don't forget the polls.
Yeah, what was a poll? What, Polish people?
No.
Forget
The poll. Today's poll was: are we okay with Luke 10's vocal range, or does he need more passion and energy?
To be fair, I'm starting to get a little bit of an illness, so I think the next few episodes will be deep and husky Luke.
I'm here for it.
Which I'm sure, everyone's excited for.
And knowing the way we release episodes, that'll come out before we even say this one.
Yeah.
So fantastic. All right, guys. Cheers for tuning in. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your passion. Thanks for your 5-star ratings. And thanks for your nudes. We'll see you on the next one. See you later.
See you later.